Red Faction Battlegrounds is a downloadable vehicular combat title that appears to have the Red Faction moniker tacked onto it as an afterthought. But whether Battlegrounds is a true Red Faction game that will appeal to fans of the franchise is irrelevant, because Red Faction Battlegrounds doesn't stand on its own as a worthwhile product for you to purchase and play. With Red Faction Battlegrounds, what you see is what you get. There isn't a lot of gloss or polish with the overall package, but this could be excused as this is only a $10 downloadable title. Graphically, the game's look is competent, but you won't be blown away by it. And while the sound effects fit the frantic nature of the game very well, you won't find Red Faction Battlegrounds music to be memorable. Not that you're going to be hearing much of it, with explosions and gunfire drowning out the music more often than not. Navigating the game's various menus is straightforward, though everything is presented in a sort of bare-bones manner. But the way this game looks and sounds is the least of its issues. Red Faction Battlegrounds totes easy-to-learn, accessible controls, but there's simply not enough of it here to keep gamers riveted. The single-player portion of the game is inexcusably short. There are 16 training missions to play through, and you can earn gold, silver, and bronze in-game trophies depending on how well you do on each. Playing through the single-player portion of the game is actually encouraged, since you will level up your character, which carries over to the more robust multiplayer modes. Unfortunately, these training missions don't last very long. In capturing video for this very review, I captured all 16 missions in sequence, completed each of them, and even recorded load times and menu selections. And the video lasted 45 minutes. Unless you want to go for better completion times, you won't be going back for more. Multiplayer is where the real action is found, but even then, the experience is subpar and not worth the price of admittance. There are 5 modes to play through over nearly a dozen maps. The multiplayer experience is focused, only allowing 4 players at a time. And there's local multiplayer too, which is a nice addition, especially when considering that you and a friend can hop on with the same console, filling out your game online with 2 other gamers. But the multiplayer modes are chaotic, and the action tends to blur together, especially on smaller televisions. The game seems to rely more on randomness and skill, and simply isn't that fun for long periods of time. The camera angles can hinder your ability to play the game, as will various technical glitches you're bound to encounter, including dropped connections, disappearing vehicles, and even console freezing. There are glimmers of fun to be had when you're playing Red Faction Battlegrounds, but they're too few and far between. This is one of those games that you download, play for a day, and never return to again. The overall experience isn't engaging enough to keep you coming back. For more on Red Faction Battlegrounds, head over to IGN.